Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 7 Days of Summer. Now, to put it bluntly, I don't remember what happened in the last episode. It's been a while, as you can see by the changing of scenery. It didn't really change that much, but it's fine. Now, I've been really excited to play these next few episodes. I've been really excited for that. So, we better do it. Now where the fuck were we? I honestly don't even remember. Day 5, yeah, I assume we were in the last one, because after 4 is 5, 4 and 5 is fine. They're both empty, so I guess it must be this one. Yep, okay. So, I think last episode we were, we were in front of the wall with the nice little transition. We were in Slavia, we did God knows what. Oh, I know. We got promoted. We got promoted because we're so awesome. We're such an awesome pioneer. At least Semyon is. You know, I'm pretty proud of that. I'll take the credit if I have to. So let's just jump in. Anyway, the spark flashed and extinguished. Slavia have recollected herself. Uliana, don't sit in the wet bushes. Oh yeah, because Uliana came about. Oh yeah, weren't we supposed to get sex education right about now? Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun episode. Strictly, she said. Or I'll tell them not to let you in the evening lecture like a little girl. Scared the cat with a sausage. God, I forgot how much I love this game. But Uliana surprised me. Hey, I'm not a little girl. And you're acting like one. Why? What kind of lecture is there gonna be? About what? I would have answered, you're too young to ask such questions and left. But I'm not Slavia. we're oh boy. Okay, birds and the bees. Okay. She put her arm around the little one's shoulders and leisurely led her away, telling her something and gesturing vigorously with her free hand. At the same time, both were oblivious to little things like the rain. Do I go then? I asked the backs. No. Oh, of course, if we get wet, everybody gets wet. Another penny in my patience bank, another lesson to keep knocking the ground out from under her feet. How's it feel, Greenbeard? I turned around, and look who it motherfucking is. I forgot about that guy. I forget about everybody, honestly. It's a whole thing, man. Nearby, Sanya stood like an impregnable, that's an interesting verb. That's an interesting adjective. Like an impregnable rock, a slant in the shoulders, steel in the squint, and anvil chin. Most of all, he now resembled like an elephant suffering from constipation. There was a lot of him, and he looked dull. Seen better days. You mean you're flying off the roof? Yeah, I feel for you. Trying to help in getting this. Not going home, are you? I nodded silently. And rightly so. What's there to catch at home? He chewed his lips a little, and then he said, Want to stay as an assistant for the third shift? No, not really. But, this is another choice. God damn it, I forgot. I hate making choices in this game. Every choice feels like the wrong choice. I dropped my jaw on the ground and looked for it for a long, long time in the dirt. Excuse me? Sanish cracked his knuckles. I've been watching you. You may be a wimp, but you've got sense. Thanks a lot. Obviously, I wouldn't trust you to see my daughter off to school, but you could probably officiate matches and conduct competitions. The offer was flattering. It was a great offer, no need to be modest, and considering that Slavia, with some of her diplomatic channels, would be able to stick around with me. I mean, we'll have a whole summer together. But after thinking about it, I decided against it. What a smart boy, Semyon. You're not cut out for it, and neither am I. I don't know how to put it, but I guess I can't stay here any longer than I have to. Call it the ramblings of a wimp, and we'll laugh together later, but for now, I'll listen to my intuition and get to town. Suit yourself. And already that felt like the wrong choice. At least just to tell my parents that I'm okay. For some reason, I really wanted to convince the big guy that I wasn't rejecting his offer. Probably because he'd beat the shit out of me if I told him, straight up. Since when did I care about his attitude? Plus all this questionable stuff on the territory. Surka came by himself yesterday, you know that? Really? Oh yeah, I think he did. Yeah, because there was this whole thing where, you know, Shurik went missing like he always fucking does, but we didn't get to find him. we weren't even allowed to look. So, whatever, I guess. I nodded, and he came out of the old vent. Somehow, I knew that. Sanich noticed I kept looking in Slavia's direction. Pay attention, man. Get out already! He clapped me on the back, clumsily turned around, and went into his indoor room. To sleep. I had to put up a bit of a fight with Uliana, who yelled about stamens before I could take the activists away from her. Semyon, I wanted to ask you something. And Slavia looked a little strange. Her fingers were tugging at her braid non-stop, and her gaze was unwilling to focus on me. Okay, go on. Ask her whatever you want. I mentally imagined spending all day in camp working side by side with her. Oh, you're so nice, Semyon. And why did I expect such a request? Do I, myself, really want to do something useful for once? Of course! You're turning into a wonderful young pioneer. I love this man. I love this man. I take back everything I said about him in the first fucking couple of episodes. Crazy. No other way. I'm thinking of going back there. There? Where, actually, is that there? I love this feminine stuff. Take it there, bring it there. No specifics. I think we should go back to the tunnels under the old camp. It feels so... Why should we go there, Slavia? Shudik's already in camp, and Olga's probably... Well, I just feel it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I forgot something important there. And you're gonna go. Oh, another one to the madhouse, and I was wondering why you two got together so fast. I don't know. Are you sure? Is everything okay? I expected anything but that kind of suggestion. Even on the surface, that place is an unpleasant feeling, let alone underground. Yeah, that place is fucking creepy. Slavia finally looked at me. You could tell by the look on her face that something interesting was going on in her head. She looks pissed. She looks fucking pissed. I want to go over there and block everything off so none of the kids get lost again. I wondered, and really, it's like 2 fingers to get lost in that dungeon, and look for the other pioneers, or don't let random Shudik who decides to do pretzels again. Any way you slice it, being the best pioneer in the camp also meant that if yesterday's situation were repeated, Olga would immediately have a couple of candidates. So with experience, too. Slavia wouldn't pass, and I wouldn't let Slavia go anymore. Still, I had a lingering feeling that something was wrong. Something was wrong with Slavia. But I pushed that obsession aside. It's much more important to help the girl now. I hope that's not foreshadowing! I sighed. I had the misfortune to get in touch with her. But there was nothing to be done. If I'd said no or started talking her out of it, she will go there alone, surely. Exactly. You're going there with her. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I don't trust... I don't know, man. Just go, man. Just go. It's fine. Worst case scenario, you die. It's the worst case scenario. I had to go along with the assignment. We decided to split up so we could pack up faster. And honestly, if they wanted to kill you in this camp, they'd have already done it when you fucking fell off the roof, dude. We decided to split up so we could pack up faster. As soon as Slavia left, Lena came around the corner. Why are we still in this fucking whatever? Hello? She greeted me, stopping in the distance. Hi. What are you doing here? Well, I heard your conversation. May I come with you? No. No fucking chance. This is between me and her, not you. But yesterday, Slavia... She doesn't seem to take hints at all. Listen. I sighed. Slavia's a kind girl, and she feels responsible for you. She will always support you and take you with her. But you must understand that you are not welcome here. Okay, a little bold, but at least you're assertive about it. At least you're assertive about it. Hey, I can respect the grind. I can respect it. Fine. You're in the way. In her and mine. Damn, okay. It's fair enough. Jealous much? But I just... She sobbed and ran away. You made the girl cry, man. It's not like I really care, but... Go on. Yeah, you hurt the girl. Glad? Shut up. I looked after her and something stirred in my chest again. Anxiety? I don't know, man. If anxiety wanted to stir in your chest, it would have already when Slavia said, let's go to that abandoned camp that's pretty fucking terrifying. Yes, very much so, because I couldn't figure out why 2 pioneer girls would want to go back all of a sudden. This seems like a plot to overthrow me. 20 minutes later, the packing up was over and we met at the same place. I, as the pioneer in charge, was handed a bunch of keys. I guess Slavia decided that after that time not to take any more chances. Slavia surprised me when she went in the opposite direction to what was expected. Isn't the old camp the other way? You'll see. She walked around Genda and tapped on the barely visible ventilation grate. Oh, we're going through the vent, are we? Oh, that sounds sanitary. That sounds sanitary. There's an emergency entrance. And lo and behold, there is an emergency entrance, and you can listen to me now instead of listening to the sound of the rain, because Jesus Christ, that's loud. I hope Slavia knows her way around here, at least approximately. Nah, don't worry, I played the last game, I think I know where it goes. Otherwise, I was feeling a little uncomfortable. Because government tunnels, bomb shelters, and the transition to the lower level, I didn't get here yesterday, I didn't see anything, I didn't walk around the dungeons. The first door was a heavy one, with a swivel wheel. Oh yeah, we're back here! Hey, would you look at that? We opened it, but we didn't let it slam shut. Ah, smart boy. And I marked it on the plan, which will have to be the treasure map. Though what treasures are there? Nothing even semi-precious. Thermal utilities, a half-working pump station, and glass bottles in 2 layers on the floor. This place should be cleaned up. Slavia nodded her head thoughtfully. Well, yeah, man, it's been abandoned. I don't expect much from an abandoned camp. Do you want to get busy? What do you mean? I'm saying if you want to clean up here, I won't bother you. It's all you seem to do. Come on. She pouted, guessing that I was just teasing her. After marking this door, too, we went out into the tunnels. Here, everything was absolutely expected. A narrow gauge for the removal of fossils, hooks on the fastenings under the lantern. Please don't make me choose a path. I don't want to. Farther down the tunnel, one could also find an abandoned overalls, an almost new pick, only slightly bent, and a shaped glass lampshade for a kerosene lamp. Soviet mining operations, you gotta love them. Magnitogorsk. The latter was for some reason without the lamp itself. I was expecting Diablo-like caves, rocks, and caverns with a trunk in the deepest, in the most inaccessible area. The fact that we wouldn't find ourselves in a quite ennobled coal mine was a little confusing. I still inexplicably kept worrying, though. It was a strange feeling, or rather, a premonition. Semyon, don't scare me. I just began playing again. Buddy, don't give up now. We just started. I just finished my work. And I come back to this, and they're gonna die. God damn it. Whatever. Who cares? That's why we've got more than one ending. That's why they made a bunch of endings. So in case you get mad at one ending, you can get mad at the other ones too. And it wasn't reassured by the rails running leisurely back beneath my feet, nor by the super strong lantern blower, nor by Slavia's hand in mine. Ah, crap, there's no music anymore. It was blowing out of the darkness, damp and chilly, involuntarily conjuring up thoughts of being buried alive, and other pleasant things associated with darkness, water, and gold. By the way, said I, shrugging my shoulders, there might be some subterranean nastiness here. You know what? Don't let me out of your sight for a moment, I ordered, feeling the twilight thicken around us, against which any lantern was powerless. What's the matter? Something feels off about this place. Yup, you're cooked. Fine, whatever. At the edge of hearing someone laugh, I'm tripping. At the edge of hearing someone laughed, footsteps rang out. I'm good at reading. Did you hear that? What? I don't know. But there's something out there in the dark. Is this gonna turn into a fucking... you might want to have a look at this, and then it says, big scary monster. Or it's Lena trying to kill somebody. I don't know, and I don't really care either. You think so? Maybe I'll go first then. I've given it some thought. Let's go beside each other. Hey, that image! I missed that. I forgot that those things existed. I haven't played the original in so long. We continued our fascinating expedition into the depths of the local catacombs. I'm reading comprehension. Why didn't I escape? It seemed the easiest thing to do would have been to register someone's presence and get back to camp. We'd had no task of playing the protagonist of some slapstick horror movie. And there you are correct, Mr. Personov. I can't tell, but no, we want an opportunity to squirm as a superhero without fear or dill. And then there's Slavia. Listen carefully. I don't think we're the only ones here. The girl nodded obediently, yeah. So we moved for about half an hour, noting the spurs and doors before the tension that had constrained me little by little began to release. Were you aware that you had something here? Slavia shook her head. I froze at a half step. That was a sharp cut. One of the crests had been marked. And how? I don't see anything, but okay. I'll just take your word for it. A stroke of claws, appropriate on the paw of a large predator. It's probably just Yulia. Did you see that? Marked it. Slavia added the details to the map. At least they're making maps. See, this man's already a billion light years ahead of fucking dipshit Semyon from the first game. Anyway, and another fork. I'm gonna get lost in here and look for a way out for 3 years. I sighed. Okay, let's try going left. From the depths of the dark tunnels came a sound very much like heavy footsteps. If I weren't such a hardened veteran of underground prospecting, I'd chicken out, no less. Look at this Viet Cong gorilla. That's not how you spell gorilla. But thanks for the imagery. Scared 1.5 times by the wind howling, and you're already a veteran. Yes, with a pedal for valor. I picked up a pebble from the ground and threw it into the darkness. See? There's nothing scary there. The drowsiness that was coming from lack of sleep was gone in an instant. From the sound of it, the rock hit something soft. I pointed the flashlight there instantly. Nothing. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's probably just your mind. It seems I hit someone. Whoopsie daisy. Sorry. I nodded. You have a talent for making enemies. Boy, do I. Slavia clung to me, trembling lightly, as if seeking protection. And I, acting automatically, put my arms around her. What a gentleman. What a gentleman. Let's take a moment to appreciate this act of chivalry. And I shone the light over her shoulder. It's... okay. Okay, I can't take this rat seriously, man. Okay, it's just a naked mole rat. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. Marginally less scary than whatever I was imagining. The blurry light of the flashlight reflected in someone's huge, black, almost blank eyes. Moved on. I was paralyzed with fear. It's a rat, man. I swung the flashlight back. It's empty. The royalty-free music. I can't. Fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. This is fucking... I think we'd better get out of here. All this time, Slavia had been basking on my chest, making no attempt to get out. Man, we're about to die. So at least you're happy about... I'm at least glad that you're happy. Why? Because there's someone here. That's why. So what? She rubbed on my cheek like a cat. We're gonna die! 5 minutes ago, it didn't embarrass you. I saw it. Really? It was standing behind your back. Slavia froze. What did you just saw? And what did you just say? I said it's behind your back! Where? She shrieked. Next, at the same time, she managed to jump up, turn in midair, turn on the light source, and nothing. Go fuck yourself, game. I fucking hate you. Semyon, she began. I'm not kidding! I'm not tripping! I mean it! There was a rat there! I say as I'm dragged into the padded cell. I say as I'm dragged to Vorkutlag. And so it moves very quietly, and the splashing sound of the water disguises it. Against the wall. Without too much politeness, I push her aside. The girl didn't have time to regroup, so the blow knocked her spirit out of her. Something rushed past us at full speed, slammed into the wall, didn't make the turn, and as it was, on all fours, dashed off into the darkness. Well, it's certainly a rat. Listen, okay, Slavia, I know you want to have a nice time, but a nice time involves not being dead. First and foremost. I think that's a pretty basic concept. What was that? Gritting her teeth, Slavia asked. Do I know? It's some wild tunneling shit. I suspect we can't get rid of it with flashlights, so... Well, move to the surface, closing the doors behind it, and hope it starves to death while it's locked up. But it didn't eat Shudik. It must be feeding on something else. Probably canned rations. Maybe it prefers a different blood type. This game. Now I wish I had a machine gun or grenade launcher. just holding the perimeter with a gun in my hand. You, who have never served, could really use it. Yes, I can do something. Yeah, piss your pants from the sound of a machine gun indoors, maybe. Slavia, moving nearby, froze. I have a bad feeling about this. And there's a rat again. I traced the direction of her gaze with the flashlight. Beam right in front of us was the same creature, the twin brother of the one that had remained somewhere behind us. It was grinning and hiding with one paw its eyes, watery from the bright light. I mean, it is just a rat. Yeah, it probably is diseased, but so are most animals, I would assume, in the middle of the fucking forest. So, you know, again, by and large, it's not the worst thing you could have encountered here. This way. I spotted an unmarked narrow crevice behind me and dragged Slavia behind me. Hurry up. Behind me, someone shrieked, something muffled clang, and I turned around slowly and slowly. Behind me, Slavia was blowing on battered fingers, and at her feet on the ground, a stunned creature was shaking its head. Go! Go! I dragged us along the crevice I found. Purely psychologically, I would feel much more confident if I could hear footsteps behind me. But as luck would have it, of our whole touchy quartet, I was the only one making various noises and stomping as we ran. Both Slavia and the creatures chasing us moved softly, noiselessly. I swore through my teeth. What is it? Back! Slavia threw a glance over my shoulder, dabbed a flashlight on the black surface of the water, scattering a bundle of bunnies, and turned around and ran ahead. At first I thought I was glitching, but when I turned off the flashlight, I realized this was the real thing. It was the ever-familiar door to the switchyard in front of us. Hey! This place again. How we'd managed to make a circle is unclear. Apparently this path was the roundabout way to where it all began. I ran to the door and grabbed the handle. I pulled away in disgust as my finger got stuck in something sticky and slimy. Well, there's no time to play Miss Squeamishness here. Pull! The subconscious, as usual, was businesslike and strictly substantive. I grasped the metal handle again and yanked the door up as hard as I could. It had to be lifted so I could open. But I didn't have time to do anything else. Something big and heavy jammed into me. Great. Oh, nice. Some nice effects. And then there was silence. Motherfucker! What is this, like the second time I've died now? My corpse is probably being finished off by those eyeball critters right now. And there's another blue-eyed one next to me, belonging to an overactive pioneer girl. I've always been fascinated by death. I wanted to look over the edge and see what was there. And now I realize there's nothing there. You are alone in the void, and all you have is yourself. Death, the highest form of loneliness. You talk and talk to yourself, unable to do anything or even move. As a result of the constant dialogue with yourself, your consciousness begins to disintegrate. And after 1,000 years, you become an unconscious unit, a sexless ID, fit only to become the larva of a future new soul. If the game ends, is this how the game ends? Hold on, wait, whoa, hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's sit back for a minute and let's read till the end before I get any. Let's read till the end before I get riled up. And the thought buzzes in my ear that I don't really care about myself, but it's a shame I didn't keep the one girl safe. I mean, we just started dating. Okay, we agreed to start dating, I guess. Finally, I was tired of doing nothing and being nowhere, and I wished, let there be something, and something was. As soon as there was nothing my little power could do, move photons and electrons, there became light and electricity. Congratulations, Semyon, you're now God. What does it matter, though? Let there be light. Yes, there was something humming beneath my feet, some enormous objects running past at tremendous speed. Or us? Most of all, it reminded me of flying in the skies. I'd imagined it all my life, as I'd seen it in my dreams and on the blue screen. If this is how the game ends, I'm going to blow up nothing, actually. I don't know. I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do. No side effects, like throat-tearing wind or doggy cold. No, just speed, sky, and clouds. It's just that if a person really could fly, that's what it would look like, leisurely levitating himself between the cumulus clots of fog. One object of the ground caught my attention, and I slowed down a bit. Lowered. It was a man. Rather, even a teenager. He reminded me a lot of someone. He was surrounded on all sides by gray fog, caressing his arm, getting under his arm, almost purring, and the guy was smiling in the middle of nowhere, as if to his best friend, cheerfully talking about brigantines, scarves, rapiers, and swan's fidelity. His speech was strange and odd. At first, punctuation marks, pauses for breathing in and out began to disappear from a coherent monologue. Then, unnecessary parasitic words, syllables, prepositions, whole words, finally. And the fog was agitating, swirling around the boy. He didn't seem to feel or notice anything. And why? He intercepted my gaze, and I turned away, shuddering as if struck. I've never seen such spiritual eyes, except at the camp in Slavia. Her name hurt my heart. I've been here for too long. Evoking my acquired sense of direction, I set the criteria for the search and, looking around, mapped out a direction. I turned around to say goodbye. He was still looking at me like that, and shuddered again. It was still the same bloke with the burning eyes, except there was no more fire in his eyes. The button eyes of a teddy bear sometimes look more alive than the empty pupils staring at me. The fog was gone. Whatever that thing was, it left, having finished its business. It was just the two of us on the shore. A brigantine was slowly rolling away from the shore. On board, hiding in the shadow of a scarlet sail, was a short, frail girl with long blonde hair of most unusual hue. Lunatic. For some reason it popped into my head. She did wait for her sails after all. And somewhere on the bow they were already opening the wine barrels, but I was already flying on, torn and chased by a feeling that told me the shore to sway. Just keep moving in your chosen direction, and at one point I flew with all my might into a sort of obstacle, soft and warm, and tried to push it away from me. And she cried out and slapped me on the arms, and I came to my senses. I was in some half-dark room lying on something soft. Okay, so I don't think we died, but this is the second fucking time, Semyon, that you do some bullshit and it gets you killed. What did I do to deserve this? I've been picking nothing but correct choices, at least in my opinion. Okay? I turned him into a model pioneer, and the game still has the absolute gall, the nerve, to kill my man. We just started, man. We just started. Either that, or he's just unconscious and his dreams are fucked up. I don't know what the fuck this kid has been on for the past 4 days of camp, but he's clearly on something, because I have never had such completely disparate dreams in my entire life. I was in some half-dark room lying on something soft. This game, man. You know what? I stopped hating Semyon. I think I hate the game now. The game is my new enemy. You haven't had time to have a relationship and you're already trying to be a bobblehead. Slavia sternly reprimanded me. I was lying on her lap, and then she was sitting on the floor with the feet under her. The flashlight was pointed along the wall, which gave us quite a bit of light. Wait, where? You don't remember anything? The way something hit me, I remember. After that race? She shook her head and pulled a map out of her bag. I tried to put some things on where I remembered. Obviously, I didn't get everything. So, not everything. We should have a whole expedition out here, not just the two of us. And those things! I reluctantly broke contact between my head and her knees. Let's go up to the surface, and somehow we ended up at the beginning of the journey. Slavia looked at me with some very strange look. And let me guess, we're in a camp, we're back at camp or something. We're just some utter bullshit. Yes, I knew it! Did I call it or what? Semyon, we're not in the control room. But I remember the door exactly, and she smiled embarrassedly. No, there was a door, but it wasn't the control room. Some other room. And whoa, great, well, what the fuck is this? Whoa. Okay, well, there's no imminent danger, so I can stop being irrationally mad. I, not believing it, picked up a flashlight and illuminated the walls. That's right. If this were the same room, there'd be a lot of glass, profanity on the walls, and different valves with controls. But no, it's just a fucking brick wall. And I don't know where we are. It looks like it's a hut somewhere inside the maze. We couldn't get around the whole perimeter that fast. And the door is similar, yes, but by the way, it opens the other way. Yeah, can you tell me what happened? I admittedly expected to wake up in the stomach of one of those critters in the digested state. Well, I wasn't sure in the darkness, but she seemed confused. I didn't have time to slow down. You softened the fall. And then you hit the empty head again. And passed out. And I slammed the door. They can't open it now. Well, now that we're all back on our feet, let's try to get to the exit. Okay, who's hungry? But what about Snark? Who the fuck is Snark? Snark? Budjum. What's that? She's already consumed? Carol, you uneducated gunk. Who's to say? We share one skull, mind you. We share one skull, mind you. But Snarks are those four-legged ones in a gas mask. Is this a Russian reference I'm too Western to get? I remembered. The four-legged ones are Snorks. And where do you see a radiation zone here? They are four-legged. And whether they have gas masks, I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't look. Okay. So, let me just see if I got this. There are evil mutant creatures with gas masks and are extremely predatory in camp in the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I got a little confused for a sec. I had to make sure. I just had to double check. Thank you for clarifying. I don't remember telling you, but on the third day, when it was raining too, the counselor gathered us together for a candle and we told all kinds of interesting things, and I missed it again! Damn it, why can't I just have a normal pioneer camp experience? Why does it always have to be this bullshit? Why do I always have to be dreaming about blowing up a camp, or being dead, or being chased by rats, or being just anywhere? Why do I have to be here? Why can't I just be with the rest of camp, doing camp things? I almost miss it when we were just peeling fucking potatoes with Uliana, because that was normal. That is a normal thing that normal kids in a normal Soviet pioneer camp do. I'm tired of this bullshit. I just want to be a pioneer. Why is this so difficult? And on that note, I'd like to end today's episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of 7 Days of Summer Lost Alpha. Bye-bye.